What's up, you guys, and welcome back to session 11 of the T Spot. I hope you guys are all having a really good week. I am. I know I am because it's my last week of my freshman year. Our room is actually like dead right now. Like, you can't really see for real, but it's dead as heck. I took all my clothes home. I took all my shoes home, literally like every knickknack thing. All I really have left here is my fridge, my shoe caddy, my shoe rack, and my like food caddy and my calendar and bedding and stuff. But yeah, we're packed the up and ready to go. So I'm excited. And tomorrow's like my official last day. It's like kind of bittersweet because I won't be coming back here next year, but it's like kind of ready to go. So as far as last session went, that is a topic that I've really always wanted to touch base on, but it's kind of hard to do like that. Like, I'm not someone who's serious all the time. So having to be serious in that moment was like out of my comfort zone, but I feel like I needed to talk about that because mental health is very serious and I take it very seriously, believe it or not. And I just feel like we shouldn't take it lightly. Like, we should definitely take care of ourselves. And mental health, taking care of your mental health is the biggest part of taking care of yourself. So, yeah, school year is coming to an end. I'm thinking about doing a session maybe on like pros and cons of going to a D3 school because they're a lot smaller, or like what I wish I knew before I came, and like maybe even being a D3 athlete. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. I might even like do an interview of someone who is a D3 athlete, has been one for a few years. I think that'll be a good take, actually. Let me know in the comments so if you guys want me to do something like that. So this session is a little bit different. I'm thinking about starting sections of a podcast, or segments. Sorry, I'm thinking about starting segments of my podcast, and the segment that I want to start is called In My Opinion, or IMO in quotation marks. And this is just going to be where I give my opinion on shows and movies and like stuff like that. Maybe like even other podcasts. So, like, my opinion on stuff like that, how I felt about it, would I recommend it, like stuff like that. Let me know if you guys want to continue this segment, but that is what today's segment is going to be based on, an In My Opinion segment. So on this segment of In My Opinion, we're going to be talking about Temptation Island. I could talk about Temptation Island for a very long time, but I'm going to keep it nice and very short, as short as I can, with you guys. Temptation Island was kind of like Love Island, and I love Love Island. Like, I can rewatch Love Island all the time and still have the same, like, every time something happens, even though I know it's going to happen, I love Love Island. But Temptation Island is kind of like Casa Amor the entire season. Like, all the Casa Amor episodes is basically Temptation Island, which boils my skin. Oh my gosh. Let's just get started. So first I'm going to address the cast of Temptation Island. Just off rip, honestly, I feel like I had a good feel of who was going to crack and who wasn't, like who was going to fold first. So I'm going to start off with Grant and Ashley. If you've watched Temptation Island, this is going to have a lot of spoilers too. If you have watched Temptation Island, Grant is the literal worst person ever. I'm sorry. Maybe not the worst person ever, but he's like not a fan favorite. He's a fan hated, actually. I automatically knew he was going to fold, honestly. It was just like their relationship was already rocky, like going into the show. He just gave me bad vibes from the start. Like, he was just being really, I don't know, it never gave. Ashley, she kind of threw me a bit of a curveball, like, just because like of the situation she went through that she explained being in her relationship. I assumed that she was going to cave a little bit earlier than she did, honestly, and she stayed, like, for the most part, very faithful to Grant until he just straight up started disrespecting her. And honestly, he started disrespecting her the first day. She's a bad, she's one of my favorites. So Then we'll go into Alexa and Lino. I mean, when Alexa was explaining their situation, how she travels a lot because of her job, and like she has had not necessarily cheated, but messed around with multiple people at once, including Lino. I assumed that she was just going to break his little heart. I love Lino also. I just thought that she was just gonna like not be faithful to him, but she threw me for a curveball too further in the season, because she was staying in between boundaries, and she was being true. Like, she was just being real. So Alexa is also one of my favorites. And yeah, I just love them. I love Lino and Alexa. Lino, I always knew he was kind of a green flag. Like, even just the way he was standing up for Alexa, like, it just gave. I really liked him. It didn't seem like he had too many interests. Like, when they were just sitting there and they were getting the bracelets, it didn't really seem like he had too many interests in like the other girls. So Taylor and Tyler. Taylor and Tyler. I never really liked Tyler either. Between Tyler and Grant, I definitely don't like Grant more than I don't like Tyler, but Tyler's getting up there. Yeah, I honestly didn't like Tyler from the get go, so like, and that's because their whole relationship kind of threw me. I don't know. He's just the nonchalant act, and he was folding before they even separated from the partners. Already looking at Kay, all of that, and Ashley knew, like, she knew that he was gonna fold, and not Ashley, sorry. Taylor knew that he was gonna fold, and I love me some Taylor. I love Taylor. I like almost all the girls, but Taylor's like my favorite. She stood on business. She was clocking his every second she can get, but I will say she was still very faithful to him throughout the whole entire experience, and he did not give a fuck about her feelings at all. Shantae and Breon, oh my god. Oh, Shantae. Breon, I already knew he was gonna fold. Like, I don't know. He just, in his introduction, like about themselves, they were talking about their relationship. He's talking about how he loves a threesome. What? This is my first impression of you. And you're talking about a threesome. Get the yeah. No, I don't. I am not a Breon fan. And Shantae, girl, I don't even know. I knew she was going to be loyal. She definitely was going to be loyal. Like, she didn't do anything. She didn't do shit. Like, ugh. And I definitely knew Brian was going to fold. He actually did better than I thought he was going to do. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. He did a lot better than I thought he was going to do. Now we're going to kind of get into the whole concept of the show. I don't get it, and I don't think I like it, actually. I just don't understand the point of going into a show taken. You're going into the show in a relationship. It's not like Love Island where you're going into the show single. Like, you don't really owe these motherfuckers anything, because guess what? I don't even know you from a can of paint. So I can be upset at what you're doing. I mean, I can, but like, not that upset. You're going into the show as a package deal, as a couple. To see if your to see if your partner is loyal, this is what you have to do. Baby, if you have to sign up for a show to see if your partner is loyal, hello, they're clearly not, and y'all need to be signed up for therapy, not a show. It just is like, it's cheating, like, right in your face, and I just don't get it. And how can you go on the show as a single person and just, like, be a fucking homewrecker? Like, I don't get it. It was, I was very drawn into the show, so it's hard to just turn it off, because it was tea. There was so much drama, but like, I don't like the concept of the show, like the home wrecking, the cheating, the being disloyal. Like, I don't get it, and I don't like it. Next, I kind of just want to address Mark as a host. I love Mark as a host. Never like seen him on anything else, but I really liked him. Like, he gave out good advice to the girls, and he made the boys, like, he confronted them about everything they were doing wrong. He didn't sugarcoat shit. He did not. He let them know, like, you can't be feeling no type of way when you're doing this. Like, the boys would be getting mad that the girls were saying stuff about him, like when Taylor said Tyler was made. He was so sorry about that, but you are. You quite literally are bitch made. You can't even own up to what the you did gives made to me. Yeah, you were also just on the show having sleepovers with. That is not your girlfriend. I'm pretty sure that's breaking many, 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 many boundaries. Touching, sleeping over, like y'all doing couple shit, and y'all not even couple because you're in a couple with Taylor. Like Mark, he stood on business and he put the boys in their place as he should. He got messy sometimes, but I was here for it. Like, hello, you're gonna get messy on a show like this. But I liked him. He was not like biased or anything, and he like knew what he was talking about. It was just like Ariana, I think, on Love Island. I love her. She's messy too. She didn't like put anyone in their place for real, but she was very messy. She stayed very neutral because I hate when hosts are not neutral. But he did a good job as a host of this show. Okay, next I want to address the tempters of the show, if you will. So the boys and the girls that came into the house, like knowing that these people have significant others and trying to tempt them, you know. The guys, with the guys, like they were really, I really liked the guys because they were really respectful. They weren't trying anything, being sneaky or slipping their hands anywhere. Like they were respectful guys. I just don't understand. I don't understand. I would love to see all four of those guys be, oh, three, not Lino. All four of them be in the same situation as these guys and see if they're even respectful. Because they don't even have respect for themselves, nor do they have respect for their partners. But I really like the guys. My favorites were Yaman and Danny. I love them. I'm pretty sure those are like everyone's fan favorites. I like Gio too. I liked him too. As far as the girls go, I didn't like the girls. There were a few that, oh, what was her name? Amaya, as a like tempter. She was one of my favorites because she was clocking Breon every chance she could get. I loved her. She was not like Kay or Natalie. I loved Amaya. Now Kay and Natalie, Kay, I didn't like her from the jump because she was being flirtatious when they were sitting there with their couples. Like, how do you go on national TV and be this? Like, I understand, like, that's the point of the show, but I can't wrap my head around it. I just don't understand. So, no, didn't like Kay. She immediately had Tyler wrapped around her finger, which, if she got it like that, she got it like that. But, like, girl, hello? This is not your for real. He's not. He's literally in a relationship. A year plus relationship with someone else. I don't get it. And then Natalie, I just didn't like her. I didn't like her with Grant. And then she's gonna get jealous when he was doing stuff with other girls. How do you think his girlfriend feels seeing this? Seeing you in the bathroom, in the shower. Like, do you not realize you're a homewrecker? I don't know. Like I said, the concept of a show, I can't really wrap my head around. I don't understand why anyone would do this. But yeah, that's how I feel about the tempters of the show. I'm going to talk about the cheating. All the cheating that went on. So, as we all know, well, if you don't know, there was a lot of cheating going on. So, I'm going to start with Grant. I don't even remember what episode it was. I think it was like the fourth one or something. Or the third or something like that. He knew that he wanted Natalie just as Tyler knew that he wanted Kay. He was kissing on the second date or the third date. Kissing. I think it was the second date. You're kissing already? And Ashley stayed faithful. Ooh. But I think it's because she went through this with him before. But it's like, you can give so much leeway and it gets to a point like he's just going to keep disrespecting you at the end of the day because guess what? You're allowing it. Like, aside from the cheating, Grant would have sex with Natalie or make out with Natalie or touch all on Natalie's body and be in his confessional saying that he wants to marry Ashley. Brother, what? What are you even talking about? That doesn't even make any sense. Everything that came out of his mouth, I could probably put together like a reel of everything that Grant has said that just didn't even make any sense. Next, Tyler, he kissed Kay pretty much later, but what would bother me if I was Taylor, what would bother me is like how bonded you are to her, how invested you are to her, how you're treating her so differently from me. Like, why can I get this attention? And it's been her since you got there, so you've obviously been eyeing her down. That will bother me. Like the kissing too. You're done. Don't speak to me. You're done. But I would consider that cheating. Then Breon, he had a threesome. Like I said, the smooch is enough, but you're gonna have a threesome with these girls, and guess what? Shantae stayed. Y'all, she stayed. I can't. I'm not gonna. I don't like Shantae because I can't respect a woman who doesn't respect her own damn self. You allowed this on national TV and you stayed. That is a version of cheating. And he's in his confessional talking about, oh, she's always going to. I just know she's always going to take me back. And you did it. Can't be that good. That's all I'm gonna say. Lino didn't cheat because he's an angel. They did well on this little experiment. They showed you how it's supposed to be done. They showed you how to be loyal. They showed you how to stay committed to your partner if you really want it, if you really want a future. Now, the girls were very faithful to the guys when they were cheating. It took them days and dates and days and dates to even like want to touch the guy. They felt weird about it because they're in a relationship. So, and that just goes to show like they don't give a fuck about your feelings. So I applaud the woman. That's why a lot of the girls are my favorites, because it's hard to still have that trust and that be loyal to this person. You see them doing this to you. Me, on the other hand, I would be gone. I'm not going to keep being loyal to you. I'm leaving the show. What? I'm not continuing to do this. You are embarrassing me. And you're embarrassing yourself. So that is basically kind of the end of the, in my opinion, take on Temptation Island. If I were to go on this show, I feel like I would be able to last. I wouldn't ever do anything like this, because if you really need to be tested to see if you're loyal in your relationship, you're clearly not. You clearly need to be single for a while and grow up. But if I was on here, I'd be able to last, because why would you spend, bro, a year plus with someone and then you go and you find a connection with someone that fast after being with someone for a year plus? It's just mind-boggling to me, honestly. I can't believe it. If I'm committing my time to you, I'm not going to be able to get my attention that fast. Like, no. I'm literally going to be thinking about my significant other the whole time I'm there. No. So, I would give the show a 6 out of 10. Watch at your own risk, because it'll really piss you off, and really make you a man-hater. But, like I said, the concept of the show is still a little confusing to me, but it was hard to, like, not watch because I was just so engaged with all the drama and, like, how the f*** are you doing this? Like, yeah. So let me know in the comments if you guys want me to continue this segment of In My Opinion. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.